Imagine an animal that looks like a giant guinea pig, swims like an otter, communicates like a bird, and can sleep underwater. That animal is the capybara, the largest living rodent on Earth. You may have seen viral videos of capybaras relaxing in hot springs, or calmly allowing birds, monkeys, and even crocodiles to sit beside them. But behind their famously peaceful appearance lies an animal filled with surprising adaptations. Here are 10 fascinating things you probably didn't know about capybaras. First, capybaras are much bigger than most people realize. In photographs, they can look like slightly oversized guinea pigs. But an adult capybara may weigh between 35 and 65 kilograms. Exceptional individuals can be even heavier. Their bodies can grow to more than 1 meter in length, making them roughly the size of a large dog. Despite this impressive size, capybaras really are rodents. They belong to the same enormous order of mammals as mice, rats, squirrels, beavers, and guinea pigs. In fact, their closest living relatives include guinea pigs and rock cavies. Millions of years ago, South America was home to several truly gigantic rodents, including species much larger than modern capybaras. Compared with those prehistoric giants, today's capybara would have seemed relatively small. Second, capybaras are built for life in the water. Their scientific name, Hydrochaeris hydrochaeris, can be translated as water pig, although capybaras are not pigs at all. They live near rivers, lakes, wetlands, marshes, and flooded grasslands across much of South America. Their toes are partially webbed, helping them move efficiently through water and across muddy ground. Their eyes, ears, and nostrils are positioned high on the head. This arrangement allows most of the body to remain hidden underwater, while the capybara continues to watch, listen, and breathe. It is a little like the design seen in hippos and crocodiles, even though these animals are not closely related. Third, capybaras are excellent swimmers and can stay underwater for around 5 minutes. When danger approaches, they often escape into the nearest body of water. A capybara may dive below the surface, swim away, or remain almost completely submerged, with only the upper part of its head visible. They can even sleep in shallow water, resting with their noses positioned just above the surface. Water is not simply a place for recreation. It is their main defense system, their cooling station, and often the safest place to rest. Their dense bodies move through the water surprisingly well, and they can cover considerable distances while swimming. Fourth, the capybara's calm reputation does not mean it lives a lonely life. Capybaras are extremely social animals. They usually form groups of around 10 to 20 individuals, although much larger gatherings can appear during the dry season, when animals concentrate around the remaining water sources. A typical group may include a dominant male, several females, younger males, and their offspring. Living together provides protection because more animals can watch for predators. Members of the group also maintain social bonds by resting close together and grooming one another. Their peaceful behavior is therefore not just an amusing personality trait. Cooperation is a central part of capybara survival. Fifth, capybaras have a surprisingly complex language. They communicate using whistles, squeals, barks, purrs, clicks, and low grunts. Different sounds can warn the group about danger, maintain contact between individuals, or help mothers communicate with their young. A sharp bark may cause the entire group to become alert and rush toward the water. Young capybaras are especially vocal and often produce high-pitched calls when following adults. Researchers have discovered that capybara communication is more varied than their quiet appearance might suggest. A relaxed group may seem silent to us, but the animals are constantly exchanging information through sound, scent, and body language. Sixth, capybara teeth never stop growing. Like other rodents, they have large front incisors designed for cutting and gnawing. These teeth grow continuously throughout the animal's life because eating tough vegetation gradually wears them down. Their cheek teeth are also adapted for grinding fibrous plants. Capybaras spend a large part of the day feeding on grasses, aquatic plants, fruit, and tree bark. They can be selective eaters, choosing particular plant species depending on the season. This selectivity may help them obtain enough nutrients from food that is otherwise difficult to digest. If their teeth did not continue growing, constant chewing would eventually wear them away. Seventh, capybaras eat some of their food twice. This behavior is called coprophagy. It may sound unpleasant to humans, but it is an important digestive strategy. Grass contains cellulose, a tough material that mammals cannot easily break down on their own. Microorganisms living in the capybara's digestive system help ferment the plants and release nutrients. Some of those nutrients are not absorbed during the first journey through the body. By eating special soft droppings, usually in the morning, a capybara gives its digestive system another opportunity to collect valuable vitamins, proteins, and energy. Rabbits and guinea pigs use a similar technique. For an animal surviving mostly on grass, wasting nutrients is not an option. Eighth, baby capybaras are born remarkably well developed. A newborn already has fur, open eyes, and the ability to walk. Within a short time, it can follow the group and begin nibbling vegetation, although it will continue drinking milk for several weeks. A litter commonly contains several babies, and the young often stay together in a kind of nursery group. Females may nurse offspring that are not their own, meaning that childcare can become a shared responsibility. This communal system gives young capybaras protection while allowing mothers to feed and remain alert. The babies look like miniature adults, but their independence should not be exaggerated. Predators make the first months of life especially dangerous. Ninth, capybaras have many natural enemies, despite their size. Jaguars, pumas, ocelots, anacondas, caimans, and large birds of prey may all hunt them. Young capybaras are particularly vulnerable. Their best protection comes from vigilance, group living, and immediate access to water. When one animal detects a threat, it may produce an alarm bark that sends the others running. Capybaras can move quickly on land when necessary, but water gives them their greatest advantage. Interestingly, the famous photographs showing capybaras sitting peacefully near caimans do not mean that the two species are friends. A large caiman can kill a capybara, even if the animals sometimes tolerate one another when hunting is difficult or unnecessary. Finally, capybaras are not friendly with every animal they meet, despite what the internet might suggest. Their calm temperament makes it possible for birds to stand on their backs and remove ticks or other parasites. Monkeys may sit beside them, turtles may climb onto them, and other animals may share the same resting areas. But many of these encounters are based on tolerance rather than friendship. A capybara can defend itself with powerful teeth, and individuals may become aggressive when frightened, crowded, or competing for status. Dominant males sometimes fight, using their incisors to inflict serious injuries. The relaxed capybara seen in online videos is real, but it represents only one part of the animal's behavior. There is another reason capybaras spend so much time appearing completely unbothered. In the hottest parts of the day, conserving energy and avoiding overheating are sensible survival strategies. Capybaras have sweat glands, but they are not especially effective at cooling the entire body. Entering water or mud helps control their temperature and protects their skin from intense sunlight. They often feed during the cooler morning and evening hours and may become more active at night in places where humans frequently disturb them. Their relationship with people is complicated. In some regions, capybaras adapt surprisingly well to human-made environments, such as reservoirs, cattle pastures, parks, and suburban lakes. Irrigated lawns provide grass, while artificial ponds offer water and protection. This adaptability sometimes brings capybaras into conflict with farmers or drivers. They may damage crops, cross roads, and carry ticks that can transmit disease. At the same time, they are an important part of wetland ecosystems and a major food source for several predators. Capybaras can also be kept in captivity, but they are not simple pets. They need companionship, plenty of space, suitable vegetation, and constant access to water deep enough for swimming. A lonely capybara may experience severe stress because the species naturally depends on social contact. Their size, powerful teeth, specialized needs, and long lifespan make them completely unsuitable for most homes. Admiring them in a reputable wildlife park or in their natural habitat, is usually a much better option. So the capybara is far more than a giant guinea pig with a talent for looking relaxed. It is a highly social swimmer with webbed feet, continuously growing teeth, complex vocal communication, an unusual digestive system, and an impressive collection of survival skills. Its calm behavior may have turned it into an internet celebrity, but the real animal is even more fascinating than the memes suggest. The next time you see a capybara sitting peacefully in the water, remember that you are looking at the world's largest living rodent, an animal listening for danger, communicating with its group, regulating its temperature, and staying only seconds away from a rapid underwater escape.